Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hazeeq and let's take a look at Sologenic. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. So, for those of you who have been on the channel for quite some time, you probably saw some of my Sologenic videos and you can remember that I had this Fibonacci retracement set up quite a while ago. And I did tell you that our capitulation target here for Sologenic would be at 12 cents and 20, or basically 12 cents. Let's say 12 cents. And that's exactly where we bounced off from, okay? So if I take my Fib retracement and just zoom in a little bit here, so you can see that we precisely bounced off of this level. And this is not magic. This is not me, knowing what's going to happen in the future. This is me using the Fibonacci retracement to see our potential support levels based on these golden ratios here, right? I only basically have one golden ratio, but generally speaking, all of these levels are kind of golden ratios. So you have the 1.618 here, which is your technical target typically after you start breaking the swing low, which was over here. So you have your swing low, you have your swing high. You break below the swing low, you're targeting the 1.618. Below that, you have your capitulation target in case you start losing the 1.618. That's your next target. Your minimal target is the 1.272 at 24 cents. So we absolutely blasted down to the through all of these support levels all the way down to the second fib level, and from there we had a nice move to the 20 EMA, retracement to where we came from, and then look at that explosion, absolute explosion in the price action. So if you manage to get into Sologenic here at 12 cents, then you, my friend, made 250%, right? And even if you take profits right now, you're still up 195%. I think that is absolutely crazy. I think that is crazy. Obviously, this is not a very, very healthy uptrend, but also what you can see, if you take a look at the pattern here that I had for you on the daily RSI, you can see that we were adhering to this symmetrical triangle, and look at the perfect bounce we had on October 3rd from the support of this pattern, and look at the explosion that we had. Absolutely crazy, right into the overbought. So right now, if you haven't taken profits, I would take profits right now if I were you, but I'm not you, and you have to do whatever you want to do with your money. And I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but I'm just saying that look at what happened here, right? Looks familiar? Probably does, okay? Because this has happened before. This is not sustainable. This is not healthy, and as fast as you went up, you can drop down even faster. So just know that that can happen. So in a bullish scenario, I would look at a retest here of the previous resistance of the symmetrical triangle, right? But something tells me that we're going to go way below that and potentially back into the oversold with how Bitcoin is behaving. So you also have this buy zone over here, anywhere from 27 on the index all the way down to 16 on the index on the RSI. And every time you have been in that zone, you had a very nice move to the upside. So if that happens one more time, just know that this is one of the better opportunities you're going to have to dollar cost average. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, I haven't touched anything since my last update on these charts here. And I literally, if I just bring this trend line played out perfectly as well. So if I just change that to pink, as you can see, I just extended this trend line that I already had on the chart. You can see you have multiple bounces here as resistance from this level, then a bounce as support, another one, and then you have another bounce here October 3rd. And this just played out perfectly in my opinion. This was a very tradable event, a perfect breakout from a symmetrical triangle. So let's go back to the price action here and let's see what is our potential next immediate support level, so to speak. So I would say that without even looking too deep into it, I would say the 1.272 here is a very important level for us to hold, because you do have a rejection from this 1.272 right over here in July. So you tried to move to the upside, you got rejected by the 1.272, so you dumped all the way down. And right now you have broken above that level. You even had a, sort of a back test of support here, but that wasn't really a solid back test of support. And now that we have pumped so much higher, I want to see a nice comeback to this price here. Okay. And I want to see that retested. Okay, because if we don't, then you're probably coming all the way back down to the 1.618 at the very least, if not the second fib level. Okay, so just because we're here doesn't mean we cannot come back down here in a matter of days, because as you can see, you're down here and in a matter of days you're all the way up here. This is how volatile crypto is. And I know some people have been talking a lot of crap about Sologenic and this and that, and no one's buying it. Well, you can see here that you can make money, and you could have made potentially, if you put in $100, you could have made 250% from those $100. So I think that's not bad, considering the fact that we are in a bear market. So let's go through some support levels here. So you have the 1.272 at 24 cents, the 1.414 at 21 cents, the 1.618 at 17.5 cents, and then you have the second fib level here at 12.201 cents. Okay, so these are some of the levels that we want to hold. And I do think that you potentially may have a short-term bounce from the 20 EMA, potentially a bounce from the 55 EMA as well. But those will be short-term, because once the EMAs start going horizontal and start turning parabolic, that's when the chart is getting unhealthy, right? You can see the gap in between the price action and the moving averages, and the gap in between the moving averages themselves. That's not healthy. So usually you just come back down, and pretty quickly at that. So I would take profits while you're still here at top. I mean, I'm surprised it's holding on for such a long time here. This is a very nice spot to take profits. Even if it pumps another 10-20%, you've still made quite a lot of money from these prices here. So I would say, I would take profits here, and I would just wait for a pullback all the way to the 1.272, the 1.414 at the very least. That's just what I think regarding the prices. And on the grand scheme of things, you're still bearish because you haven't broken this high here. So you have this high, you have not broken through that, because if you would have done that, then that would have been bullish, because you're breaking a major resistance level. You're potentially backtesting that as support, and that puts more targets to the upside. What we did here is we essentially printed a lower high. Okay, so you have this sort of channel down, and you're going up and down with these sudden pumps. At some point, you're gonna break the trend, and you're gonna turn parabolic towards the next bull market. Obviously, if Sologenic survives, and I do think Sologenic will survive. I do think the backing and the team behind the project are gonna make sure the project survives. But anything could happen. So just invest cautiously. This is considered a low cap gem at this point, because I believe the market cap is below $100 million. So just be very careful with investing huge amounts of money into low cap gem projects. I've learned that the hard way. So thank you all for watching the video. Thank you all for supporting the channel. If you have any other suggestions, leave them down below in the comment section. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section as well. And feel free to follow me on Twitter, feel free to join me on Patreon, and feel free to donate to the Ukrainian refugees if you want to do so and you're able to do so. There are official links down below in the description. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.